Good afternoon, my name is Chad Bowman. I am 34 years old and I'm here to talk to you about my cancer story.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for coming out this evening. As you've heard, my name is Chad Bowman, and I am a Triumph graduate from the fall 2018 graduating class. I want to tell you a little bit about my story. I was diagnosed with testicular cancer in 2017. Although testicular cancer doesn't necessarily have stages, the oncologist told me that if it did, I would be stage 3. It had transferred and gone into my lymph node system. Within 2 months of being diagnosed, I lost nearly half my body weight. I was originally about 260 pounds, and in January of 2018, I was at my lowest, 130 pounds. I couldn't walk. I couldn't talk. I had lost my voice due to the surgeries. I had allergic reactions to the chemo drugs. And I was in a wheelchair, unable to walk, pretty much bedridden, taken everywhere by my family.
Number 1, I was blindsided. Number 2, I didn't know what to expect. Number 3, I was scared. Number 4, I don't like doctors. Number 5, I don't like needles. I don't like shots. And the one thing I did have was my family. And that was a huge, huge part of my recovery process, is having a support system.
Then, as I started my road to recovery, I got into the physical therapy program through my medical provider. There came a point when they told me I was too strong. I was cured. And I looked at them, and my wife wheeled me out of that room in a wheelchair, being back to normal.
When I joined the Triumph, I was under the impression that it was basically a one-on-one personal trainer program for cancer survivors by trainers that understood what cancer survivors have been through and their body changes and lack of muscle mass and things like that. So when I became a part of the Triumph program as a participant, really my goal was try to become myself again. Try to understand how to work within my new body.
I remember my initial assessment like it was yesterday, and I'm sure Aaron Wyant does as well.
I couldn't walk without keeping good balance. Couldn't stand on one foot. Can't run. Can't jump. There were many things that I couldn't do physically. And that's why I joined Triumph, was to try to get those skills and those strengths back. And I also wanted to try to find a place that I could go where my current abilities would not be scrutinized, and I would feel comfortable in the gym. I would feel comfortable with those around me, and I would feel like I can actually learn and progress without any issues, without injuries. And I wouldn't be pushed to what my limits should be. I would be pushed to what my limits are, and I would be able to grow from those.
I was amazed that day to find out how strong I was. I was able to do 1 push-up. I held a plank for maybe 8 seconds. Could not walk, could not stand, could not balance.
Aaron and Eddie, probably some of the most passionate, compassionate, friendly, outgoing, strong-hearted individuals you could ask for. They are there for our best interest. They are there to help us grow. They really care about your pain. They really care about your strength. They really care about any discomfort you're feeling, and they really want to make sure that you're doing okay. When you tell them that you might be feeling something different or that you want to be pushed, they listen. So I greatly value both of them. They definitely listen and take advantage of the situation. If you tell them that you're not pushing yourself hard enough, they'll push you harder. If you tell them you want to learn more, they'll teach you more. On the other hand, though, if you tell them I can't do this exercise, I'm not physically able to, they'll help you out too. They will always find a way to adjust a workout, adjust one of the conditioning programs or one of the routines we're doing in order to fit it to what you can do and your capabilities. Each day, each week, it gets harder, you get stronger. You only get out of it what you put into it, though. If you want something out of it, you got to put something into it. Putting something into it means being here emotionally, mentally, physically, being present the whole time. Making sure you're aware of what it is you want to accomplish and who you want to be and what you want to be when it's all said and done with. Understanding that you're going to work hard every day. Push yourself to the limits, and work a little bit harder for that ultimate outcome. But should you do that, the benefits will be there, and it's proven. In just the 4 short weeks, I've already been able to increase my strength, increase my endurance, increase my abilities, somewhat increase my balance, but still having issues there, but we'll get over those. Physically, I am now able to climb the stairs much more comfortably without having to use as much support as I used to and with greater speed. Although the neuropathy still hinders my abilities a little bit, my muscle mass is starting to come back to a point where it's not nearly as painful, difficult, or as strenuous on my body. Additionally, I've noticed additional strength with my upper body and my arms. I'm able to carry a lot more. I'm able to do a lot more around the house and around work. I can actually carry my own computer bag and things like that for school too. And all of it is due to the Triumph program allowing me to build those muscles back up. Also, when I talk about my strength, it's important to factor in your core strength. And as far as my core strength goes, I'm noticing that I'm able to stand a lot taller, stand up straighter, more upright, also known as probably correct posture, which I've tended to lack as of late. But it's building those muscles and getting that muscle memory back on how to just present yourself, how to stand, how to walk in a way that's not going to hurt your body. I've noticed that I'm much happier after putting myself through this program. I look forward to the Triumph program. I look forward to coming to Rollingwood twice a week and doing my workout. And it's making me actually want to do it more often. I've noticed that I'm able to relax more. My mind is more clear. I'm able to think better. And overall, my body just has an easier time resting, I guess you could say. At the end of the day, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, when I go home, I'm done. I'm spent. I have exerted all my energy. My body is worn out. And I've done what I needed to exert myself for the day. Also, emotionally, I've noticed that I'm in a better place. I'm not sitting here thinking about all of the sacrifices I've had to make, all of the downfalls I've had, all of the negative experiences I've had due to my unique situation and all that I've been through. Instead, I've been able to focus on my strengths, focus on how I've improved, how I continue to improve, and I walk around with a much more confident mindset. I walk around knowing I can do this, I will do this. And you know what? If I can't do it yet, I'm going to be able to. I'm going to make sure that I can do this. I'm going to go to Aaron and Eddie, let them know what it is I want to accomplish, and I'm going to do it. I don't want to be hindered. And that is a mindset that has come just in the last 4 or 5 weeks from the Triumph program and doing what I can to get myself into the correct place. We have come a long way as a class. We've come a long way. We have grown as a class to where we want to help support each other every day. And we're worried about each other. If somebody shows up later than they typically do, we wonder where they're at. We make sure they're okay. We check in. And we just want to make sure that we ultimately continue through this journey together.
12 short weeks later, ladies and gentlemen, 12 weeks. I was running on my own, 30 minutes nonstop. I was able to do over 30 push-ups and held a plank for over 1 minute. It wasn't just my hard work. It was the knowledge and education and experience of the personal trainer. So I owe my life to you, Aaron and Eddie, and the rest of Triumph. So thank you.
I'm thankful for the time I get with my daughter and being able to be a part in her school activities, extracurricular activities, from choir to soccer to lacrosse, everything I haven't been able to do for the past year. That's what I'm thankful for. It takes a lot to get back to where you were. It takes a lot to get healthy. And I owe that to Triumph. I owe that to Triumph.
In my family, we have a saying, thank you, Triumph, for bringing the old Chad back. So I will end with this. Triumph has changed my life forever. I will forever owe my life to Triumph. I would not be here today, literally. I would not be here today if it wasn't for Triumph. From my orientation through graduation and still to this day, I have formed a lifelong bond with Triumph. We've helped each other succeed. We cheered each other on. We never judged each other. And ultimately, we grew together. We gained our strength together. We not only gained our strength physically, we gained it mentally. And our hearts grew bigger than they ever were. I have truly made a Triumph family.
What are we going to do next? What are we going to do for ourselves to continue on this journey, to make sure that we stay healthy and we continue to progress and we continue to help our bodies? That's the next question.
I decided to push myself. So after graduating, I heard about this little thing called Shamrock'n. And I heard that Triumph is the beneficiary. Yes, thank you, Fleet Feet, and everybody who attended. So I put my fears behind me and I said, babe, guess what? We're going to wake up early and do a 10K. I don't know how it's going to go, but we're going to do it.
I'm stronger than ever, healthier than ever, ready to go tackle the world. Here we go. What I really look forward to is their hikes that they're going to be starting, to my understanding, in the summer. Here we go, we're on Mount Tallac and getting ready to hike up to the top. It's going to be a huge accomplishment and just something that I look forward to knowing that I can actually accomplish and do, thanks to Triumph.